I remember quite distinctly about a year and a half ago being approached by one of our donors. He felt that there was this desperate need in the community. He had been involved with the Holocaust Survivors Program for a while in the broader community, and he came to us with a pain. The Holocaust survivors were getting older. It was becoming more difficult for them to be mobile, to access services, and they were lonely.
Holocaust survivors feel very much that they've been forgotten.
And he felt that the Chev needed to reach out to them and go to their homes and say, how could we help you? How can we bring our services to your doorstep? This touched a nerve in all of us that we had to find a way to get involved with this. The donor said, I'm willing to fund this project. And that starts the ball rolling.
I was very excited, as was my colleague. There were 24 Holocaust survivors, and we met with each and every one of them.
We didn't know what each individual needed. Shirley and Dorit were on leave from work. They spent their holidays going out and meeting survivors to understand what their needs were and how we could help them.
They were all overwhelmed to know that people still think about them and that they haven't been forgotten.
Shirley is a godsend. She changed my life.
One of these survivors that Shirley met right in the beginning was Veronica Phillips.
When I met Veronica, there was an instant bonding. She's an amazingly bright lady. She's a real Ashes Chayil.
She is fantastic. If I have a problem, I phone her, and she tries her best to make it right. Thank God.
Veronica shared her past with me. She shared the horrors of the Holocaust and showed me the books and the stories of what she went through.
Veronica came from Hungary. She was an exceptional scholar.
Well, I loved school. I always wanted to learn, but they didn't like the Jews. When I went to the classroom, it was written on the blackboard, Jews are rats.
And that was the beginning of the horrors of the Holocaust that entered Veronica's life.
When we went to the ghetto, we had to leave everything behind. They stopped us and they hit us because we were Jewish. Arbeit macht frei, that was written at the gate. We've been queuing up at the gas chamber. We only knew that it was the gas chamber because you could smell the burned body.
She believes that Hashem is keeping her in this world at the age of 94 for a reason, because she hasn't stopped telling her story. And that's what she wants to go forward to do all the time. Tell her story that we should never ever forget, and there should never ever happen again.
I hope that the new generation learned from this.
After the Holocaust, Veronica made her way to South Africa and she began the process of rebuilding.
I was a microbiologist and a geneticist.
Rebuilding her life, getting married, unfortunately never able to have children. And she lived her life until many years later when her husband passed away. And at that stage, lots more challenges came her way.
She lost her mother, she lost her home, she lost her job, and she lost her independence. When we came to a point of not knowing how to help Veronica, I said to her, Veronica, if you had one wish, what would you wish for? And she said, I'd wish for my independence back.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
And when I asked her what independence meant to her, it was the wish to have her own driver.
And that's how I got Joel. I am a widow since 1980. I looked after my mother. I was always independent. I always worked for my living. So, independence is in my blood.
She has people around her who from time to time can assist her and can help her, but she was completely dependent and had to do everything when it suited others.
I had to wait till somebody took pity on me and took me shopping.
I think Veronica did feel like a prisoner in her own home.
She needed a lifeline. Veronica needed a lifeline, and we were blessed to be that lifeline for her. And that's where Joel came into the picture.
I have Joel, who is a very kind human being. And he takes me shopping, he takes me to the hospital. He's a kind man. God will bless him.
We knew that Joel was the right person because his years of service to this organization, his incredible demeanor, and he never loses patience. We knew that he would be able to create that connection with Veronica.
I feel very good for her. My heart is very happy always when I help her.
When the Chevrah Kadisha take on a project, it's thought out well.
Even though the easiest solution would have been to order an Uber, it became very clear to us that it wasn't only transport that Veronica was looking for. It was companionship, it was security, it was reliability.
He's my friend. He's so kind, I can't even put it to words. He looks after me, he helps me. He even phones me for a few minutes late. Doesn't want me to stand upstairs in the cold.
It's given her such a sense of security and a sense of well-being that she has her independence back.
I told Shirley when he gave me Joel, she changed my life so I can be liberated again.